not true. No, it's not true. Tell your story some more. No one will ever let you near. You overstayed your welcome, it's just as well. It's not true. It's not true. No!
We're here in Santa Monica Red Bull headquarters for the West Coast premiere of a surf film called Lost and Found, and I have none other than surf legend photographer Dan Merkel. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent, thanks.
It is really an honor to be here with you, man.
Oh, thanks.
What'd you think of the movie?
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, for me it's personal because of the images and seeing those surfers, you know, the photos of them and now. I mean, everybody's gotten older. I mean, I shot those photos 35 years, 40 years ago.
Let me give the viewers a little background here. This movie came about because Doug Walker, the director of the film, the guy who put it all together, happened to come across about 30,000 negatives of a lot of the pictures that this man right here, Dan, took from the 70s of all these legendary surfers at a swap meet, a flea market in Pasadena. Man, what's one of your best memories of shooting? I mean, of all the surf shots that you've taken, of the things you've done, pinnacle in your life. Give us one of the things that stands out to Dan Merkel.
God, there's so many, you know, so many photos. You know, it could be the stuff I shot of Sean Thompson in the tube for Free Ride. That really changed my whole career. You know, I was Dan Merkel Surfing Magazine, and I was kind of like, I didn't want to be known as that. And then when the guy gave me a movie camera, and I said, well, I'll do it on the side. Right. You know, I still work for the magazine, but I'll run out there, I had a lot of energy, and I'll shoot some movies. You load it, you do everything, set the exposure, and I'll just run out there and do the grunt work. And then after that came out, I got hired I showed it to the director, Milius, and Buzz Feischman, the producer, and boom, they hired me just like that for the movie. And then my career took off, and you know, and doing documentaries and commercials.
I love the always swore, but through our lives you tore. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true.
I went over the falls backwards once at sunset. I was filming the actors paddling up a wave like this that Milius wanted, and the next thing I knew, I was going like this. You know, you can get killed by that stuff.
No, it's not true. No, it's not true.
Xcorps, I want to say thanks to my friend Dan Merkel here. I'm Jason Lazo. We're here in Santa Monica Red Bull headquarters checking out the premiere, the West Coast premiere of Lost and Found by Doug Walker.
And I hope everybody goes and sees the film.
And we will. Stay tuned. You're watching the Xcorps. Xcorps, what's up? This is Jason Lazo. How you guys doing? We're up here in Santa Monica Red Bull headquarters, North America headquarters, brought you into it. We just checked out the West Coast premiere of Lost and Found, a surf film done by Doug Walker. So we tracked down Mr. Eric Barrett, one of the producers of the film, to tell us a little bit about it and give you guys some insight on what's going on here. How you doing, Eric?
I'm doing well. Thanks for coming.
And Eric here is the managing director of Sundance, which is the premier action sports film festival.
When we started it, this is a 3.5-year journey to get this thing done because it took so long to track down all these photographers and athletes, and to get permission for guys like Dan Merkel, who you just interviewed, who was very hesitant to even go on camera. The journey's been a long one for Doug. He had a lot of tenacity.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's some big names in here. Lopez, Bertleman, Buttons. I mean, you saw Dan Merkel there, Jock Sutherland. I mean, I learned some things watching this movie.
Yeah, no, there's a crazy history, and the thing that's what you take away from this film is that everybody always talks about the soulfulness of surfing, the soul of surfing. Well, these are the guys who gave it that soul, that you're able to for people like me who don't surf are able to see the documentation, and so that's a very tight-knit community that's really close, especially those guys, because they're from the early 70s. They're the ones that were documenting basically the birth of modern surfing.
Hey, this is Jason Lazo and
Eric Barrett
from X Dance Film Festival. You're watching the Xcorps. Stay with us.
Make a brand new start. Is that too much you ask of?
Hey, this is Jason Lazo.
And I'm Dan Merkel.
You're watching the Xcorps. Stay with us.
Hey, this is Doug Walker, filmmaker for Lost and Found. Stay tuned for more action and music on Xcorps.